storm show. Ay, it's a storm show.
So what is up, Storm Chasers? Today I have another good interview for you guys today with rap artist G-Terra. I actually met him. I was introduced to his music and introduced to him through his girlfriend. Actually, she reached out and she's like, "Look, you gotta interview my man. He's an artist. He would absolutely love to be on your platform." And in addition to that, G-Terra got his own opinions about some trending topics, some of our favorite people out here. So we're just going to get right into it. Welcome to the show, my man.
Yeah, big respect, Storm. Respect, salute to you and everything you're doing. I'm a big fan, much love and support and all the growth, and congrats on all the progress and success you've been seeing also. Respect. I'm G-Terra, everybody. Spanish Town representing Jamaica.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, man, right off the bat, they're gonna like love your accent and be drawn to you. Like they're gonna listen to every word you say. What part of Jamaica are you from?
I'm from Spanish Town, Jamaica. You know, Spanish Town.
Is it North, South Jamaica, Central?
It's actually in the middle of Jamaica. It's called Middlesex. I'm from the county they call Middlesex.
Nice.
It's actually called Middlesex, yeah. And I'm from the center of Jamaica. Still, we're still surrounded by beaches and everything like that, but it's still the center of Jamaica, you know. And Spanish Town, it's called Spanish Town, where I was born at. Like how you got a state, like you got the city and the state, New York or whatever, and then you would have like Brooklyn or whatever. Spanish Town would be considered like the Brooklyn, and then St. Catherine is the state. So we call that a parish in Jamaica.
Oh, okay. Because see, those of us that's not from the Caribbean, like we really don't know. Okay, gotcha. And so tell me, what inspired you to actually get into music?
Well, I've been doing music since I was a baby. Like, it's crazy because I think I'm born into music. My mom had all these records. Maybe, I wish I had them out right now. I could show you. But my mom got all these records still, a bunch of old records, and she used to play them when I was a baby. So I think growing up as a child, you hearing all this music, it's already in you.
Right.
And eventually I was singing since I was a child. So, it's just like, singing songs over Bob Marley songs, all of this stuff, and just pretty much just doing the music as fun, singing songs, along the way, I grew up in church too. I can't deny that I grew up in a Baptist church in Jamaica. Okay. And from there, I used to play the different little, like I used to play the piano and other little instruments. I used to mess around with the drums, and I also sang in church, you know what I'm saying? And all of that. So along the way, I picked up on the music early, but I started taking it serious at about 14 when I started writing rap songs. Rap and dancehall changed my life. Rap and dancehall.
Now I gotta stop you there because I want people to understand how talented you really are. You say you sung, you rap, you write your raps, and you were playing instruments. You grew up doing it in the church, and we know if you do music in the church, it got to be right. Like you would get smacked if you miss a note or anything. So I guess what people would want to know too, well, right before we get into the next part, was who was some of your musical influences? Like, was it anybody secular, anybody that we would know?
Sure. My early influence was Shabba Ranks. Shabba. Bob Marley, Peter Tosh.
There we
Peter
go.
Tosh. You know those people, right? All right. Then it was also Ninja Man there. Then along the way, as we got older and they kind of faded out, you had the Beanie Man pop up, the Bounty Killer. You had all of these names coming out, you know what I mean? And then you had other people, Mad Cabra. You had a whole heap of different artists from Jamaica were inspiring lyrically. You know, a lot. Even Tenor Saw as a singer. We say, you probably don't know about Tenor Saw. Unless you're from the islands or you're an islander, you listen to a lot of Jamaican music. Then you know about Tenor Saw. He's the one that sing, oh, what a walk, go a pumpkin belly. Whoa, oh, who asks me that? No, me whole time, granny. Way down in the country. She says, so, I want to know. Yeah, if I look up people like Tenor Saw, and you kind of learn the Jamaican, how much greatness was down here and has been also overshadowed. A lot of people don't even know about it. So, there's a lot of inspiration since I was young. I had to do it. Because I was a soccer star. Whoa.
Oh, and you did soccer too. Okay.
You all right?
Huh?
Hold up, you good?
Yeah, yeah. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, yeah, I can hear you. I'm just making sure. I just seen you wind up a while ago. See the internet chopped a little bit.
Oh, okay. No, you're good. You're good. So,
Okay, I'm just making.
So being 14 and you getting into dance hall, explain to us what is dance hall music?
Well, dance music is pretty much it's like from the streets. It's from the streets. It's also the daughter or son of reggae music. It's coming from reggae music. So dancehall is just a faster pace. It's the streets wanting to party and the energy changing from reggae, slow reggae.
Okay.
You know, reggae is groovy and slow a little bit.
Yes, it's
dancehall is the swing. Dancehall started in early, I think in the 60s, 70s, really, and I think it grew into what it is now. But it started more as the party vibe, the energy, do 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 do, you know, that type of beat. The rhythm sped up, the reggae sped up, like instead of doom, do doom 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 doom. You know, it go do 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 do. It's just a speed up. So that's where it started, and then the party energy came in along the way in the dancehall, and it just graduated to what it is now, to the lyricism, changing everything, you know, lyrically, everything getting graduating and becoming bigger and better, to where right now we spitting stuff like, you know, like me, the new prodigy lyrically, you know, it's a next level now. But dancehall is the party music, the streets music. It was always the unaccepted music that the radio didn't want to play, or it wasn't accepted in the higher social order.
Oh, okay. So it was so basically underground music. Okay, I get that. Because we have an artist. She moved over here from Jamaica. Her name is Spice, and I thought she was dance hall, right?
Right. She is a dance hall. Yeah, man.
That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah. I'm kind of curious too, because when it comes to reggae music, when it comes to dance hall, you guys are very sensual. But I kind of feel like I feel like it's like in y'all DNA, because I'm like, I see y'all dance and it almost looks like grinding and whining. So tell us, where does that culture of very sensual dancing, like where exactly does that start in your life as a Caribbean man?
Hey, it starts very early, and it's just naturally a Caribbean island thing. Also, Jamaica and Trinidad share that type of vibe. Also, other islands, Guyana, Virgin Islands, you know, all where it's party. Caribbean, in the Caribbeans, they party a lot. Like before this virus thing, there was a party every night here in Jamaica. It's still getting back to that right now. But I mean, literally a dance, sound boy playing, you know, sound setup, big sound playing, you know, every night. It's a party every night, because it's a part of the culture. It's a part of the work culture. It's like somebody going to work every day for survival. The music is also here for survival. So people play music every day so people could sell their juices, their drinks, their peanuts, their ganja, whatever they got to sell. So they distribute within these parties. So now who is ever working in the party, they're making money. It's a way of survival. So you see why these parties happen so much, because everybody's eating. It's a grind also. It's all a part of the culture and the grind.
Well, you know what? Now that you put it that way, I'm actually glad you said that, because to the outside world, it just looks like it's a nonstop party. But you're like, no, this is our survival. This is how we hustle.
Exactly.
This is how y'all hustle and build entrepreneurial skills. I just had to ask, because like you see the movies and you see them like they dance and it's slow, and then it's just like, and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, wait a minute.
It's way more than that. Way more than that to it. Especially it's way more than to it. Because even like you said, it's about dancing and the grinding. Think about it, it's also hardcore parts of dancehall. The hardcore part of dancehall where some people don't talk about much. But I mean, think about it. You know, Bounty Killer coming to the US back then and doing songs with the Fugees. And then they didn't have no songs that made people want to really wind up. They had them type of gangster feel, you know. They still using their DJ Khaled's still using that right now, that type of style.
Oh yeah.
He's still going for that hardcore doom do 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 doom doom, and somebody talking that hardcore thing. You know what I mean? I say, not always about the grinding and bumping really with the dancehall. It's a full scope of music, just like hip hop music. You could find every all type of stories within it.
Embrace Pangea is a black-owned health and wellness brand that has solidified themselves as being able to take care of your yoni. But guess what? They do more than just service your yoni. Yes, as a matter of fact, Embrace Pangea has products to cover you from head to toe, inside and out. And in particular, let me tell you about a couple products that I personally use. Number one is the herbal tooth powder that is better than any toothpaste that you will get over the counter. It will get your teeth clean and help your teeth to maintain a natural white shade. And in addition to that, the advanced botanical mouthwash is something that we all should have in our medicine cabinet. Now, when you look at a bottle like this with 25 potent herbs like echinacea, golden cell, don't laugh at me if I mispronounce that, you know what I meant. We need these natural ingredients in our mouth rinses so that we can fight tooth decay, gingivitis, all of that plaque, halitosis, and overall poor oral hygiene. Okay, so if you want to get a good clearance when you go to the dentist, get you some Embrace Pangea. And in addition to that, make sure you use my code STORM to get 10% off your order at checkout today.
Yes.
So you have all type. We write on all topics, especially me as an artist. I touch all topics as a dancehall artist. Even though I'm not just a dancehall artist, I'm actually a reggae, dancehall, hip hop, all around performing artist. Because I just love all music. Like I said, from the beginning, rap and dancehall changed my life. Both. So once rap and dancehall hit, and I'm an 80s baby. I'm in the, now I'll say latter 80s, middle 80s, but coming up on that time, it's like you grow into falling in love with what's hitting you at the time in school. Like you 14, 15, you in school, and it's like the dancehall is hitting at that boom, 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 that beat. First of all, it's catching you, and they telling that story that relates to you as a young man. So all that music caught me. Snoop Dogg, Biggie Smalls. That was big here in Jamaica. Maybe you don't even know how big it was.
No, right. I don't know, but I could only imagine because it your culture. Let me ask you this, G-Terra. How do you feel about U.S. artists using your culture to pretend to sell records? Like you will hear Drake, he'll have a random Jamaican accent. Chet hates random Jamaican accent, and I'm like, y'all are not Jamaican. How do you feel about that appropriation?
Well, I don't knock it. Reason why is because it's been going on a long time ago. It's nothing new. That's been going on. Queen Latifah, UNITY, that's a unit. But we love it because they're embracing our culture because we embrace your culture. See, we were always embracing each other because we are all the same people. So even if my accent as a Jamaican is different and you want to copy it because you like it or Drake likes it or whatever, he can't help it. Drake can't help it. He grew up in Canada. Pure Jamaicans run Canada. Jamaicans run Canada.
Yes.
Hard. So, and their culture over there is heavy. Jamaican culture is heavy in Canada, in the 6, in Toronto. So Drake can't really help. He can't escape it. He loved it. He grew up on it. He heard it when he was making that movie. That
Degrassi?
Huh?
Degrassi?
What? Degrassi, right. He was hearing pure Jamaican music on his way to the film Degrassi, trust me. So it's in his head already. That's why he connected with the culture. And naturally, everybody's gonna do that. Nicki Minaj is actually an island girl in a sense too. Rihanna is an island girl in a sense too. They're from the islands, Rihanna. So these other guys are gonna jump in it because they, the girls that they love are from the island. So they wanna, they mingling in the whole culture. That's all that is. It's just, what you love. Because I rap. So I can't knock it. I'm the worst one to ask because I actually rap better. Damn, some people think I rap better than I do my own culture, reggae and dancehall. Some people think I'm a top rapper, which I am. Because I really, surpassed the level of genre. I surpassed genre because I realized music is music. Genre was created by the industry to separate people, just like they separated people in church with the religions.
Yes.
They always labeling stuff up to separate the people's mind. Oh, you do this, so I don't mess with you because I do this. And that's how the industry and the people mess with everybody. They chop stuff up. Put you over here. Yeah, you're this and you're that. What type of artist you want to be? They know you're multi-talented, but they want to keep you in one area so they could control you over there. It's all about control. But that genre stuff was created by them. Music is music. That's why a gospel artist sometimes crosses over into R&B. because she was already an R&B artist. You telling me singing about love makes me an R&B artist, but singing about Jesus makes me a gospel artist? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You're still singing the song.
Why can't I just be an artist?
Why can't I just sing a song?
Yes.
You see? So if you apply your common sense and look inward, you start to see all their lies. Genre, split, everything is a breakdown that they use to control. And you know where we're going now, so I had to mention that. It's deep. It's always deeper than it sounds, people.
It is. And I'm glad that was a great segue, because I do have to ask you this. Do you want to remain independent, or do you ever want to sign to a big record label either in Jamaica or either in the States?
Well, in all cases, I will remain independent, surely, because of the fact I've done so much independent work already. So there's nothing that can stop me now from being independent. But I would still take a deal if that deal comes with no butt touching, no groping, no murder after the contract. After you make $2-3 million, we can't kill you and set you up for insurance fraud. The deal have to come with a bunch of stuff. We got to come with a lot of clauses and a lot of stuff. I got to make. That's funny. That's a good question, bro. That's a real good question, man. That deal got to be crazy, man. But if they come with $10 million or $3.5 million, it's going to be based on what they could provide if they're bringing a deal like that to me. Because see, the thing is this, it's all about being wise. Like I said, those things will be drawn up for real. No groping, no, you can't touch me. I'm not going to no RG parties. You don't have to set me up with any of the heifers, industry heifers. You don't have to send them my way at the parties for me to try to mess with them so that they could set me up later, say I raped them. All of that stuff got to be in the contract.
Yes.
Got to be in there. If it ain't in there, I can't sign. I'm sorry. But if they're gonna come to me with any big money like that, they have to have a crazy contract, reality-wise. I know it sounds funny me saying it like that, but reality-wise. And the reason why I'm saying that is this. That would be kind of a reparation. I would try to turn that contract around on them to let them know, look, I'm already owed this money. Thanks for bringing it.
Yeah.
So this is what we're gonna do. You ain't gonna be able to do this, this, and this, and this. Here's what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do for you. If you got 10 mil, I'm gonna give you 2 albums. Y'all own 50% of it for life. I own the next 50% for life. And that's it. And you could give me this 10 million after I finish these 2 albums. Peace out. You have no control over anything I do. And everything else I did, you will not have no parts of that, because I did that myself.
Yes.
So based on those things, I could take a deal. I really could. Okay. Even though I don't want to necessarily, go on that type, because if you look around in this industry, you see all these deals given out and these artists signing their deals, and within a year or 2, I don't know what happened. Either they fell off, they disappeared, did they make it? What happened? I don't think the industry does for artists what it used to. I think it's a whole different game going now. Like it's a Hunger Games, dead end. Like it's a movie.
It's like a race for the souls. And so speaking of that, King Von just got killed recently. Rapper Mo3 just got killed. Boosie was in a shootout last night. We got another singer, he got COVID-19. That's different. But why do you think these rappers are getting killed and they're relatively early in their careers?
Well, personally, I think it's based on the thought patterns of the artists themselves and the fact that they have no guidance. No real guidance, no real the elders that are there in the industry, I think they've definitely a lot of sellouts going on, a lot of sellout stuff going. It has to be, because when you have older people in a society, the older ones should always be there to guide the younger ones, right?
Yes.
You're supposed to be there to guide and show them the route. Like you've been there, you've done that already. You're supposed to be there to guide them along the way so that they could have a good experience in this career. All right. So basically, I'm feeling like it starts there, up there with these elders. And they're the ones tricking out these kids, and they're not giving them no guidance. They're using them for either insurance fraud, all type of stuff. It's industry scamming. Because I'm pretty sure some of these artists are in the dope game because of their label.
Yes.
Or they're in the murder game because of their label. Like the industry beef is what killed King Von recently, right? Industry beef. And I don't really understand it truthfully, but because I wasn't there, but I could tell that there is no guidance and these elders are not doing their job. they're not speaking to these kids and saying the things they need to these kids so that they could know the right thing to do and how to move in the industry. What to do with their money. They're getting $1 million or $2 million deals, and then they come out. Everybody got on the big chains. Everybody got on the big diamond watches. Everybody got a big diamond ring and big pinky rings, and they're showing off and they're doing this in the camera. And they're like, yeah. And they're making it too much about their material. So now everybody's getting caught up. The other kids are following them. Everybody's following the trends of materialism. And meanwhile, they focused on that. There's somebody out there that don't know how to handle that material, ready to kill them for it. Yes. So that's one case where somebody will rob them or murder them for their stuff because they don't overstand. Some of these people would do anything for $100,000, and they got $500,000 on their body, which they should have invested in some type of business for themselves long term, so that they could really create income even without the industry after they leave the rap game alone, or if it doesn't work out. Because no matter what deal you sign, it could be $1 million, $2 million, $3 million. If it doesn't work out, hey, you're back to square one again. So when you get this money, you got to know how to invest it. And that, I believe they're not showing them that and keeping them level-headed. Everybody is getting crazy over this fame, crazy over some cash that is a loan from a record label. Because everybody know by now that a record label signing you is pretty much you get a loan. The advance is a loan, right?
It is. You're gonna pay it back. You have to pay back later. All those trips, you got to pay it back. All those dinners, you got to pay it back. The chains, they're gifting them G wagons. It's like, no, she paid for that. Like it's
pretty much. I feel like it's all a setup, and there's no guidance because of the money that's being made by the setup. Because they say rappers sell better dead anyway. So I think they fell in love with that. I think this industry fell in love with the dead musicians selling dead people. I think that's what they fell in love with. So they're looking like, you know what, we don't care. Whoever is gonna die next, so be it. So that's how they in the background. I feel like that's what's going on back there. They back there not with no care about what their product, because that artist is a product, right? Once he gets signed, isn't he not? It's a product of that label. It's owned by that entity. Most of the time, they're not even getting 20 cents off their own dollar. So that advance, once they get that $1 million up front, you might not even get paid ever again for another 5 years if you don't sell 1 million records to pay back that $1 million you got.
Yeah, you might not get nothing if you ever break even. Yeah,
that's why the guys who go buy the Lamborghini and the mansion and the big chain, with his advance money, he disappears a lot. He disappears really fast.
Yeah.
Remember, I think we went over that like on a little convo we spoke about in the past, like how long do they last? Where you see them around? Some of these guys 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
$2 million deal, $3 million. Where they at now? It's cloud. It's pure cloud chasing now. What they call it? Cloud chasing. It's pure cloud chasing and faking. And I think a lot of them are renting cars and renting suit. I think they're renting a lot of stuff and pretending out here right now.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. And think of it this way, man. Too. I mean, another thing that I was thinking is, if these record labels really don't care about their lives, then it would be evil but genius to sign people put an insurance policy on them only to get them killed later anyway. So now you own them, you own their name, and you got an insurance policy. Like it's really sick. It's really sick.
Yeah, bro. I think it's game. They running game, man. They running game. So I wanted to touch on some of that stuff with you, you know, about the industry and what I think about it, in my opinion, because that's why I became such a great fan of you anyway, because I heard you saying stuff where right away connected. Like me and my wife been talking, and I gotta correct you, my wife. That's who sent you. Yeah, she ain't my girlfriend. That's my wife. So yeah, we talk about this stuff all the time. And she pretty much outlined me on stuff a lot. And we really been watching your videos and connecting and we've been like, wow, look at this. We talk about the same exact thing. And you're saying it on the video. So it's like striking a nerve. Now, I want to say this to you.
Yes.
I've been in the industry independently this whole time. But I've been in the case where I could have signed a couple of deals already. I could have signed, but I turned down what I got because it wasn't worth it to me. It wasn't worth it. Somebody tried to offer me $50,000, and the contract said for the rest of the term, we're going to be doing 50-50. Like everything I do, they're taking 50%, I'm getting 50. Oh. And then they had some other parts in there I didn't really understand, but I took my time to read it, and I didn't really understand what was going on with that contract, but I turned it down because I felt like I was worth more than that. Yeah. And this was 2013, where I was already doing work with my band, Official Emperor. Because I've been doing this, you know, I got hot with the Kawasaki song. I had a Kawasaki called Kawasaki that got hot by 2012, played on the radio, 2013, we shot the video, 14, we were hot the whole time. So we were picking up a lot of feed from everybody, record, Universal. We had our manager talk. Well, our manager was talking to everybody, man. It seemed like they was talking to everybody. Capitol Records was still active at the time, I think. I'm not sure. We had a lot going on back then. So we tried to get big features and stuff to get our name more out there in the industry because we were independent. So we did a song with DJ Unk because he heard the Kawasaki and wanted to do the remix. Nice. So when he heard the Kawasaki, he jumped on it, did the remix, came and shot the video. DJ Unk had the 2-step still hot at the time. He was still hot off of that. So there's a lot of buzz came with him coming and joining us. We got a lot of buzz out of it and went crazy. We went crazy. We were on the radio every day. We started touring. We went from Pembroke, North Carolina to Raleigh to Charlotte to out of state, New Jersey, New York. Oh, man. So we was out there. And this is all independent. So a lot of people still don't know you were moving. You know, when you're independent and do stuff like that, everybody don't really know because it's not broadcast. You know, like, it's not broadcast crazy like worldwide or whatever, but we were doing it. And that's how we ended up coming up with the idea. Yo, J. Cole is from the city. We in Fayetteville, North Carolina at the time. Fayetteville. That's where I've been living the whole time. I forgot to mention all that earlier. But yeah, we was in Fayetteville, North Carolina. So we were like, yo, let's do something with J. Cole. So we hunted to find him. My brother got with him in person. And some of our people got with him. I wasn't there at the time. And they were like, yo, let's do this. At the time, J. Cole had a song out called Can't Get Enough. You remember that, John, right? Can't Get Enough. You remember that, J. Cole? Yes. Pretty way back then. Yes. So yeah, we were trying to get the remix for it. And we went ahead and bogarted everything and sent him our version. And it was crazy because it got major feedback at the time from everybody in the circle and the whole industry and social everywhere. It was just going viral to the point where the radio picked it up. It was playing in the club. So it seemed like everybody jumped on deck and was willing to do the work with us, but some type of background stuff happened at that time with Roc Nation. And that's when my management kind of told me it.
Okay, so when you say Roc Nation blocked you from doing that the remix with J. Cole, why do you think they blocked that?
Well, personally, I don't know the business behind it. All I know is that my management was going about the business with all our Roc Nation's people. Mm-hmm. They're going about doing the business and handling that for us. So I have no clue how that business got done or what really happened, but I know everything was moving forward. We got the radio play. I don't know if it's because we kind of moved ahead too fast. Maybe it went viral too fast or something. And they didn't want to work with us because we already had connection set up because our management team at the time was connected with everybody.
Bad bitch? Are you a bad bitch? Are you a bad bitch? Is you a savage? Now, whether you are a bad bitch or whatever you want to refer to yourself as, I am here to talk to you today about a book called Bad Bitches and Power Pitches that is authored by Precious Williams. Now, one of the biggest differences in life between you and your competitors, I don't give a damn if you're going for a promotion, if you're trying to sell your business or anything, is the ability to effectively communicate. Precious Williams comes from St. Louis, Missouri, which is the home of it being hot in here, St. Paul sandwiches, vet sodas, and the best Chinese food on the damn planet. And she has went from the slums of St. Louis to being able to show you how to elevate your life simply by using the gift of gab. Now, Precious Williams' book has been featured on Forbes, CNN, Black Enterprise, and the Storm Monroe Show. And what I am telling you guys is that you need to hit that link in the description box so you can cop a copy of her book today.
Okay. I mean, I was working with Rob Thorne, Soldier Rockstone Production in New York, and ATL, Rob Thorne and ATL. You know what I mean? These people, big connects, real talk. You can look them up. Rob Thorne right now is still managing major artists, you know? So at the time, I think they made all the connections, everything was going good, but being that the radio picked it up before we even had a go on it from Roc Nation, the radio was already on it. The radio was already playing the song. It was already played in the clubs. All of that was already happening. So it was moving too fast, I think. So by the time the management team got to them and tried to get the connection with Roc Nation to do get the remix out there for real, video and everything with J. Cole, I think they shut it down because of that. Whatever relationship. Yeah, I think something happened that we didn't know about. That's all we got is the info back that it didn't work out for us to actually do it for real, you know, but it was on the route. So, you know, that's one setback.
And I was interested in that because I'm just like, well, dang, why wouldn't they take that opportunity? Because it's like y'all could have made the songs even bigger. But I mean, I don't know. That's who really knows. And so tell me, once that went down, what was next for you after that?
Hey man, I had a lot of touring. I kept on touring, doing shows, kept on performing all over the place. I just took the road, man. That's all I did is tour and talk real stuff and pretty much do what you're doing right now, blast the industry and call out the fake stuff I see. I've been doing that for years. So, you know, that's why I'm like, it's a lot of interesting topics we could touch because I know you got them questions for me and on certain things. But yeah, all I did was tour and continue doing music and create songs. I'm a creator. I'm a song creator. So all I do is write my songs and produce them, get to where I want. Because that's my business. My main business is creating music. First and foremost, I'm an artist, songwriter, performer first. And I love doing the reggae, dancehall, rap. So I just continue doing it. That's where my passion is at. So I stayed in it independently. Though a lot of people came to me, yo, you ain't got no deal? Because the way I spit and the way I make songs, it would sound like I have a deal already. It sounds very professional. Okay. So I took a professional aspect. I moved on a professional level for a long time now. Like I say stuff like I practiced when I knew I wanted to open shows with it. So I did it like, run it like a marathon, me no pep powder pamper man, me travel with the contraband to put the seed them on the land of weed that come from Amsterdam, some man knock off a Babylon, so when they smell it, they say, whoa, na. Stuff like that. Like that would be like a signature for me to do on an opening of a show. And like I practiced being great for a long time. So yes. Over that time, I really got to this level where, yeah, people were like, yo, everywhere I go, I got that feedback. Like, yo, you're amazing, you know? So I think it comes with you making yourself great back home. And then when you go out there, you already got it because you know what I'm saying? You put on.
Yeah, it's the discipline in perfecting your craft.
Right.
You get that down packed when the opportunities present themselves, you're always ready. But I gotta ask you this. You said we blasting out some fake stuff. So let's just talk about it, man. What do you feel about the COVID-19 virus? They're talking about doing another lockdown in the US next year for 6 weeks. Do you think this virus is real? What are your thoughts?
That's crazy, bro. We were just talking about this with my wife, bro. I think I think it's a scam somewhat, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I really think it's a planned out, it's a part of the pandemic. I just think it's a pandemic, and you know, they're using it to wipe out who they can. That's what I think. I think it's aimed. I think it's targeted. If it's real as people think it is, I think it's targeted.
Okay.
I'm not, when I say it's a scam, I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm saying they have it, but there is something that's in use. It's not like they're saying it is. They're lying when they're saying, oh, like it's in the ear, or it's just you catch it from touching stuff, so you got to wash your hands every minute. Or I don't believe that's what it really is. I believe that's what they're using to cover it up, what it really is. I think it's something they have, and they move it to where they want to move it, or where they want to capture people with it, or put it. Or maybe it's they got it in a plane or something, and they spray over that certain area, and it comes down a certain way. I don't know, but it's got to be something they're doing with it that they're controlling it. I'm sure they are controlling it, because I observe for myself. I'm an earthly, humble human. Like I'm in nature a lot. I'm a Rasta. See, I'm not a Rasta, straight up Rastafari. So, and I'm on the conscious music. I'm conscious. I'm a conscious person. I'm very into my senses and, psyche. What they call psyche? I'm on some psychic stuff too. I like to see, like I'm a seer. Let me just say that. To the people out there, I'm not trying to say I'm a voodoo man. I ain't into none of that stuff, but I see beyond the eyes. I see beyond these two eyes. I like to use my mind and meditate and look on the inside of me where everything is. So I find out the outside. So everything on the fake, I see it immediately. Everything that's fake, because I look on the real. Nice. Inside of me, the flowers, the trees, the sun, the ocean, all of this beautiful stuff on earth shows you the truth. The earth shows you the truth. Right now, that beautiful plant right there is showing me more truth than what they're talking about with that virus. So what I'm trying to say is, the earth doesn't produce these viruses. It doesn't. It didn't come from the ocean. It didn't come from the sun. It didn't come from nothing around here. So what did it come from? What is virus? Man made. As always, is all sickness and all pillaging. Like we said, I'm looking around from America to North Carolina, Fayetteville to South Carolina, Fort Jackson, Georgia, Fort Benning, because I was in the military at one point, moving around, and I haven't seen one devil with a horn yet chasing nobody with a fork. Oh, hell for you, boy. No, what I see is people, man doing it. It's mankind. Yes. Mankind. So mankind is doing all the evils. They're the ones that's doing the evils and pretending that we got some type of other devil out here that's haunting us. But really, it's their spirit that's bad. It's their bad, negative vibrations that they won't control and learn to grab it by the horns and control it. Because all of us got bad in us if we let ourselves get bad. It's like making a choice. Like, yo, I don't want to be good no more. I just want to hurt people. You really could make that choice. And you really could lose it and do that. And people do that. So that's what's going on. I think man is the one that's causing all this. So let's get back to the topic you say about this virus now. That's why I even went there with that. I think man decided, you wanted to control a lot of people. And without doing these things, he can't control nobody. I think that's why they're jumping up to pretend like this is such a real thing when they have control of it, just like they did AIDS in the lab. They made that stuff in the lab and they're using it to wipe out people, because right now, in my opinion, and from my studies, I believe we're in a depopulation agenda right now.
I'm glad you said that. It's totally a depopulation agenda, and really they want to get rid of the quote unquote undesirable people to just have a society full of the people that run things and the ones they can control.
They don't exactly exactly. So and I told somebody about this a while back, like, yo, I seen Bill Gates and a couple other billionaires. I'm not sure who was there, but they had this little table and around. It was like years ago, 6 years ago. They had this conversation about the world is overpopulated and how we're running out of the world's resources and we don't have this. I heard them mention about they don't have this and we're running out of that and we need to get rid of a certain amount of the people because they're the ones sucking up the earth's resources. Now with some billionaires saying that, what that tells you, it tells you that they're making plans.
Yeah. They're
making plans to try, and what they got, a lot of money. And what they could do with a lot of money is create machines and stuff that destroy people, even without the people knowing. So now they came with that 5G, right? Remember? They were all 5G, 5G. Remember that? I'm gonna ask you a question.
Yes.
I want to ask you this, and I want to ask the audience too. Remember they were all 5G race? Remember? It was everybody fighting about 5G. It was 5G was the topic, heavy, 2019. What happened? It seemed like 5G is regular. It seemed worse than 4G. Y'all ain't, I don't see nobody teleporting. I don't see nobody jumping through no screen. Whoop. Y'all act like 5G was gonna make the world like, oh my God, we're gonna float now. We could fly with 5G. We're gonna give you a cape on your back. 5G. I thought I thought something else. I thought it was gonna be more, man. And what all I seen was COVID-19. Excuse me. Damn, I didn't even want to say that word. All I seen was this virus. Excuse me. Because I don't know what the hell is a COVID-19 anyway. Let's discuss that. What the heck? I don't even want to go there. My bad, bro. I'm losing. I'm getting in myself now.
But I gotta ask you, do you think the 5G is making people more susceptible to different viruses?
Yamaya's Gift is a brand that specializes in medicinal herbs and all natural supplements to help alleviate a lot of conditions that Americans suffer from, okay? Now, Yamaya's Gift got products to help you with that hypertension, to help speed up that weight loss, get rid of them fibroids, as well as help alleviate the symptoms of that diabetes. Oh yeah, that sugar is real bad. So now with Yamaya's Gift, you get a lot of gifts, but the best gift that anyone could ever give you is the ability to heal thyself from the inside out with products like elderberry syrup to help keep that immunity in check, because we all fighting Miss Rona. We all trying to windmill her ass up out of our lives. But one of my personal favorites, as a matter of fact, two of my personal favorite products with Yamaya's Gift is the all natural honey and the tea that's for men. And the reason why I like those products is because if you are somebody with a low sex drive, if you need a boost in the bedroom, and if you are ready to get Brian Pumpered, Lexington Steeled all night long, then just put some of that in your man's cup and you will be on your way to a happier, healthy marriage, all right? Now, place your orders today, whether you need your immunity taken care of, you're trying to lose some weight, you're trying to get rid of that sugar, the diabetes, or you're just trying to bust a nut, okay? Order her shit at www.yamayasgift.com.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like it's just something funny going on. I can't. It's like I'm seeing it, but I'm just drawing the lines. But it's hard for me to tell you that that's exactly what's going on. But I heard a big convo about this. It was a big topic. It's a race. Wuhan, China was the first to have 5G. A lot of people don't even realize that they had McDonald's with robots in there already in Wuhan. Talking about giving you your burger. So you know what I mean, like. Maybe the robotic 5G system caused something that y'all don't know about. Maybe they spraying something, you know, and this virus thing, well, all I'm saying is they know what it is. How I know is because I watched the billionaires. Trump just say he had this shit the other day, didn't he? Trump.
Yeah,
I'm just saying,
he did.
All right. What happened? I thought y'all said old people usually get hit with this. It's hard for them. They got to be in the hospital for 2-3 weeks fighting, quarantine for 2 weeks. And so it's got to be some scam, because they lied to me and you and everybody else when they said that. Because Trump said he had it, and Trump was out there in 2 days. I'm good now.
Trump said he had it, and in like 48 to 72 hours, he was out, not wearing a mask, said he was cured. I'm like, but this is the fastest cure I've ever seen.
I don't know what's going on, bro. I'm trying to tell you, man, these people, it's twisted. If you follow their narrative, they can't even keep their narrative together. Their narrative changes every day. And they try to back what you say. You tell a lie, you got to tell 1,000 lies to cover it up. So I think that the whole industry, the news channel, they've been lying so much that they just like, yeah, this is how we're going to keep it going. A lie after a lie. Tomorrow we got some more lies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So every day it's another lie.
That's what they do. Let me ask you this, G-Terra. Who do you think the Boule is?
I think the Boule personally is getting bigger and bigger. I think it was small at one time, but now it's real huge. I think the Boule is the top upper echelon of the music industry, the top execs and artists of the music industry, Hollywood, and the movie industry, the whole movie industry, Hollywood, basically. And the music industry is Hollywood too. You could call them that, because once you see them up there, you see who they get with all of them together. Once they go up in that Boule, you see everybody together. See? So you know they are together. I think that's the Boule. I think it's also a part of the government too. I think the government is in it. I also think some CIA are in it too. The CIA. Let me see. It goes really, it's a lot, you know, it's a lot more. Some journalists are in there too. They got a lot of people in there, man.
Okay.
Yeah, that Boule is big.
What do you think they have to do to get in the Boule or stay in the Boule?
I think it's all about accepting to be in a part of the order and the control that's there, a part of the Baphomet, part of the sign throwing stuff. You notice the ones in the Boule, they always got to do stuff like this and stuff like, oh, they got to stay doing this. I don't even like doing them signs. Sorry, people, I hate them signs. They can't affect me though. I'm full of positive energy, so I could throw up anything I wanna, because it's all mine anyway. Because I'm God. I'm God light. I'm God's son. I'm the embodiment of the Most High, because I deal with righteousness, love, giving, and I embody the loving spirit of the Creator, the Almighty God that we all should be serving. Where some people are trying to confuse the world when it's one Almighty Creator that's in every living. It's not no separate gods. They're not no people created gods for themselves. So you see how crazy the world is. People have created their own God. They're like, this is my God. I'm gonna worship this bottle. People, so you know, people are borderline crazy long time ago. Like I told my wife, people are borderline crazy a long time ago. So you can't really study some of this new shit they think about. They create crazy shit all the time because they're crazy. They can't settle on the beauty of what the Almighty gave them. So they want to dig. That's where the Tower of Babel came up, right? They want to climb to the sky. Maybe they could be God. That's what these people are doing. It's the same thing in this industry, Boule. They're all pretending to be God. They're all pretending to be high and mighty. They treat the poor with no respect. They rob the poor. People who are already suffering, they rob them for their last dollar. People who already have nothing. By the way, before I even get too deep into that, let me say I'm G-Terra, people. Please support me, because I'm going to tell you this. When you're independent, this is what happened to independent artists. The bigger industry, the Boule industry, looks down on us. They study our music. They take our craft from us. Whatever style they could get. Nobody knows them anyway. And they use our shit to make themselves bigger. They build up off of our style. And nobody even knew that's my style they're using. So please, people, check me out and log into me and really give it a listen. You see that a lot of the original music that you're actually hearing is from us, the independent artists. We're the ones that's creating the best music. We might not have the best production, because these guys got $1 million studios, $1 million microphones, $1 million everything. They got the money, so they might have a little bit better production at all time, but we have the real stuff. I'm telling the people, I have to say that. So I'm glad you mentioned the Boule, and that's what they do. They try to control everything, and they try to control, they try to make sure that people don't have any interest in independent, so that everybody will be, oh, I want to go sign. Because they know if everybody thinks independent, they'll be owners, and they're trying not to make the people owners. So I had to touch these topics with everybody out there. They don't want you to be an owner.
Let me hop in this, because I'm not an artist, I'm not a musician, but I'm in media, right? Independent media. And for me, I'm perfectly okay being independent, running my own thing. Maybe I don't have a $20 million a year contract with the television network or whatever, but I'm in control of me. Why do you why do you think people are not satisfied with being independent, making a living, and you're good? To make a living doing what you love, that's a blessing. Why do you have to be super duper uber rich?
I think that's another part of the control, mental control. Like they say, you have a slave mentality going around already anyway, where people were worshiping a white Jesus. So people are already tricked from church days into all type of stuff. So it's a lot of deception been going on ever since. So that's another deception. That's all that is. People are tricked into thinking they need a lawn. I'm gonna give you the concept to show you why people think like that.
Okay.
It's like having a lawn, a grass, just green grass in front of your yard. Why do you need a big green lawn in front of your yard? Do you need that? But in the European mentality is, yes, we need the big green lawn in front of our yard to show off on our neighbor and our kinsmen that we can afford that we're wealthy. It's a sign of wealth. That's what it says. It stands for to them. A sign of wealth that they have this big green lawn with no use for it but to cut the grass and make it look big green, it's open. We, as the real roots people, natural people, we don't spend time wasting time on the land like that. We're going to plant some food there because everybody needs to eat. So we don't waste time on trying to control the land to where we're going to be like, okay, this is a sign of wealth. So that's also I'm not trying to disrespect anybody from Europe, but this is a European philosophy that makes other people, especially black people, think they need all of this extra stuff because they got materialistic. When really, if you had a couple million, you can invest and create more and help people and grow. But instead, everybody's getting greedy because they're materialistic now, because they need $1 million car now when you don't need $1 million car. Really and truly, the real reason why anything costs $1 million anyway is because they gave it that value. Black people and other people gave it that value. It never costed that much. Just like a Versace shirt, just because Versace's on it, it's still only made for $2 in China or Malaysia. Yes. That shirt only cost $5 when it was finished making. It should have cost you $15, but because they put Versace in there, you gave Versace so much attention and power. Now they're saying their shirts are worth $200.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's only worth $15. You mind if I move to the inside? I see my battery running. I'm gonna go ahead and plug up and keep this live going.
Go for it, man.
Are you living a hectic and stressful life? Between the news and racial stress and trauma, do you find yourself feeling alone and anxious? If so, join our community, Mind, Body, Faith, and learn how to establish daily practices that aid in healing the mind, body, and spirit, like meditation, yoga, prayer, breath work, and journaling. Pause and let your spirit breathe by using our meditation prayer cards and meditation candles when you need to reconnect with God. Start on your new path by taking our meditation quiz, because it's always a good time to meditate with God.
Currently, where can everybody go and find your music?
You can find me on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon, YouTube. I mean, wherever you listen to music, you can find me. All you gotta do is pull up the name G-Terra. That's G-Terra. That's G-Terra. Yeah, man, reggae dancehall, hip-hop artist, performing artist from Jamaica, Spanish Town. G-Terra, the one and only.
The one and only.
I know with that name. You know, I know everybody named Lil Durk or Lil this or Lil that or Lil Dookie and all that, but I'm G-Terra. See me straight up, G to the T-E-R-A. You have to check me out on your favorite music stores, Amazon, wherever you love it, Apple Music, Spotify. Definitely follow me on Spotify. Please do.
Yes. Nice.
I got some stuff for your playlist, for real. Some good reggae songs. If you like the faster paced dancehall, a little hip hop merger, little fusion with hip hop and dance, I got you. That's me all day.
Nice. Okay, good. Because you know my people, they support, so they're gonna go and listen. You know, they're gonna look at your videos. They're gonna be like, okay, we rocking with him. You know, look, I ain't gonna lie to you, G-Terra. If I have it my way, really, all the independent artists can just come to me, and this is free promotion.
Yeah, because I could tell you're loyal to your culture, man. You're a real person. That's why I'm surprised, because I got to give my wife the Buddha bless like every day now, like, like she really went through for me, because I would have never, be honest with you, I'd have never contacted you. It's just the way I am. I don't know what's wrong with me. I think I work so much on myself. I'm kind of like, maybe you're like that too in a sense, I don't know. But I'm more into like giving my time to people. People hit me up for stuff. So I'm here helping people all the time. So that's one of the reasons why I said that. I would have, of course, I hit you up, I dropped comments. I would have contacted you eventually, like just to say big up, but not for an interview or to connect like that. So I really respect her for thinking like that about me. Because she knows my situation as an artist and thinks she respects it, how I stay independent and keep grinding. She sees how hungry I am. And that I never gave up on myself, even though I've never been a rich person. You know, I ain't never had no $1 million deal. I never sold no millions of records, you know. Shit, I thought if I was, probably I sold up to, you know, I don't even know. Most of my stuff I sold was in mixtapes in the streets. So
hey, that's how a lot of people get started. There's nothing to be ashamed of at all.
No, I'm not ashamed at all, but I've survived from this. I've paid my bills from music, and that's what makes me proud. I'm very proud because I've actually paid my bills over and over from it. Even when I'm on the edge of a struggle and barely cutting it, I still made it. And it's like, man, it's kind of like angelic almost. So it's like, I've been there, man. Like I really been here grinding the same way. So I just found out ways to better myself, and I kept performing live. That's one of my ways where I survived in the industry independent. I learned how to perform live, get myself published, and pro performance rights. Yes. I had to learn those ins and outs of the business, and that's how I survived in performing nonstop performing.
That's how you do it, man. And I'm willing to bet that your on stage presence is impeccable, because in 2020, dude, when you watch a lot of people do a performance, it's dead. They don't dance, they don't move, they can't really sing. They can't even rap on beat. So if somebody has stage presence, you're ahead of the game.
You know, they say niggas don't dance no more. All they do is this. That's what that's way back then. So that's what it is, you know. But yeah, we all about the culture, man. I love, you know, we all connected to Africa in some way as Nubian people. So, you know, it's just in us to be joyful and fun. Some of us lose that along the way because we following mobster trends, you know, we trying to be gangsters. That's where everything loses the joy. When everybody think they're a gangster and everybody trying to be tough. Yes. Everybody want to be a tough guy, but really you're still a softie. No matter how much you want to be a tough guy, it takes one bullet to fly through your skull right here, to your eyeball and through the back of your head, and you're done for. I don't care how tough you are. I don't care how powerful you think you are. One bullet fly through your eyeball and the back of your skull is shattered, and you're out of here. Oh, you're lucky if you survive. You might be pissing and shitting in a bag if you survive. So the tough guy shit is just not worth it. It's just not everybody want to be a tough guy. I've been a tough guy for real. I was in the military. I really was a tough guy. Like literally didn't want to be but I was a tough guy. I bust real guns. M16s, M249s, 9mm, 45. I've busted them shit for the military, for your army, US Army. Yeah. Not for Jamaican Army, for the US Army.
For the US Army.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's because I was kind of homeless, so I joined in.
Well, you know what, man, over here, that's how a lot of young Black youth even go to the military anyway.
You know, yeah, I was kicked out of the house. I was kicked out of the house early, about 17. Oh, you know, I was smoking the ganja already. I was a Rasta already when I was 17. My hair was long, my beard was long at the age of 17. And I was smoking the trees. You know, and my cousin, they may like it. I had a girlfriend, I bought my own car. They was like, you doing too much independent stuff in our house. So they pretty much kicked me out, and I guess they were trying to teach me a lesson, but the fact I had to sleep in my car for so long, it made me kind of pissed off. So immediately I was just like, yo, I'm gonna find something to set myself. And I couldn't find nothing because I was hustling around from selling, you know, stuff in the streets to, you know, trying to survive like that, to the point I was like, you know what, I can't do this. So that's why I joined the military. That's why I joined. A recruiter came to me and he swayed me. He was like, man, you need to get in the military where you can stand on your own too. I get you the bonuses and everything. He was from the islands too. That's how he got me. He was like, I got you that bonus.
That's how he got you.
And then not only that, bro, he actually persuaded me with the money. Because I was young, I ain't had none, I was homeless. He said, I get a bonus for every sign I sign. In like if I do airborne, to show you how slow I was as a young kid. Yeah, I was actually smart, but when you're hungry and desperate in the streets, it's the worst time for anybody to approach. That's when they could get you. That's why you see all these record deals being given away now. That's why it's like that. They're getting them kids to control, because that's how I got by. Not saying it wasn't a good experience, because I've learned to become a whole different level. I've learned a level of discipline I never had. I've learned certain things from the military. I got good brothers in there, you know? So, yeah, basically I got advanced for signing up for AIT, airborne school. So I did all that stuff, right? I was jumping out of planes at the age of 18, 19, 20.
Was this Army or Air Force, or what branch?
Army, U.S. Army, airborne, the airborne section of the U.S. Army.
Airborne section, wow.
Yeah, that's how I got to North Carolina, Fayetteville. Fort Bragg, I was in Fort Bragg, stationed on Fort Bragg, so yeah. Big up all of the soldiers on Fort Bragg, big up everybody. It's nothing but respect and love for everybody. I just gotta tell the truth. I'm on Storm, man, Storm Monroe. You gotta be real here, you gotta just tell the true story here.
Did you feel like you were treated different in the Army being an immigrant?
Oh yeah, I definitely was. That's one of the reasons why I got out so soon. That's one of the reasons why I actually got frustrated and made my way to leave because I felt disrespected constantly. When people say stuff about banana boat and all of that, but you don't belong here. You don't belong. Guess who was telling me that too? Another black man. That's the sad part. All of the black man had the nerve to tell another black man that shit. Because no white man ever said that to me in there. Even though they had the funny face and I knew they were with the, you know, they were probably on the white supremacist shit, you know, but only a black man ever said to me in the military, yeah, you don't belong here. You need to go back home the way you from. Cut bananas and stuff like that. Yeah, motherfucker said, somebody said that to me and I pretty much, you know, retaliated and I got in trouble for it. So,
yeah,
you know, I went to a place called Camp Lejeune. They sent me there. Pretty much up where the Marines are. They sent me in the Marines to discipline me.
Oh, wow.
Pretty much, yeah, because I was one of them. They considered me a soldier who ain't taking no talk. I wasn't taking no word from them. I wasn't hearing what they saying. I got to that point because I was physically fit and able to do everything in the military. So because I was a physically fit person, I was doing all that. I didn't want to hear the bullshit that came with it. They had too much ideas in their mind that I wasn't accepting. So when they said it to me, I was like, yo, I ain't with that. Oh, y'all want to give me 10 shots? I ain't with that. They got all these shots. What the hell you want to shoot? Give me 10 shots for? Or 8? What the hell is all them shots? What's in them shots? All these diseases and viruses they got in there trying to shoot you up with in the military. What's all that? So I was one of them that's retaliating from inside there. I was retaliating inside there on them. So they didn't like that. And I told them, look, I'm just another person. I'm a real person. No matter how much control you think you have over me, I can't let it be like that. I can't let y'all put all this stuff. So I kept getting in trouble for that. But they couldn't stop me from being me. They could only put me in trouble, tell me to do 45 push-ups. So I kept 45 push-ups, okay. 50 push-ups, whatever, 100 push-ups, all right.
That just made you more physically fit.
Get me right now. I'm a beast right now. I know people can't really see, like, you know, I ain't trying to show off nothing, but I'm still a beast right now because of all that they did that. And you know what? I'm not mad. I think everything is for a reason. We all go through our own experiences to grow into who we're going to be.
Yes.
And that creator already knows that if you stay righteous and you stay right, he's going to mold you. No matter who you get, on which side you go, he's going to mold you to be that champion. Like right now, you that champion right now. You feel me?
Absolutely. Hey, so, and I'm glad you spoke on that, on what they would make you do, because I was always interested in what does the discipline entail? Like, am I scrubbing floors? Am I, you know, locked in a hole? Like,
oh, there? Oh, nah. The discipline there was they give you a sledgehammer when you wake up in the morning. They wake you up with a drum and a baseball bat. You know, like them garbage cans, them empty tin garbage cans.
Yeah.
They walk around all the soldiers' bunks with a baseball bat and they wake you up. Bang, 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 bang. Wake up. Like you hear the Marines talking. Get up. That's what was happening at the time. Marines was barking at us. You got up. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning. They tell you to get dressed, get ready. We're going out. It was crazy. So we pretty much, they took us out there. Once we went out on the outside, there was they gave us a sledgehammer. Then the first activity was a subtype. We had to run with a damn light pole. You know them light poles, the big wooden light poles?
Yes.
They put three soldiers to every light pole. Yeah. We had to put them on our shoulder and run 2 miles up and back. That was the freaking disciplinary shit that I was going through.
Wow.
So I became a kind of a physical animal. That's even right now, I don't have a lot of weight on me. I'm still a physical. I am very strong. Because that stuff make you, it's like in the movie when you see them send off the guy, the star of the movie to the master, yeah, the train or whatever. Or you got whatever. You know, that's what happened to me in the movie right there. Like my life is really a movie, bro. I'm going to actually make a real movie from this stuff. Because there's a lot more to it.
You should.
Man, I'm down. That's why I'm moving right now because nothing ain't promised. So I'm doing a lot right now to ensure that. Like writing my stories, I'm writing on my docs. I got my Google Docs. I'm writing all of my scripts, my synopsis for my movies, all that stuff. So
nice.
So real talk, I went up there after the light pole run. They made us take a sledgehammer and beat rocks. These rocks had steel in them. Had steel all curl up all through it. Looking at me like, what the fuck? That's what I'm just I'm just keeping it real with you, bro. That's what they did to us, bro. They had a bunch of rocks, a big ass pile. I'm talking about you ain't never seen a pile of cement rock that big, bro. Big old pile of cement rock, full of steel running all through it, the steel all through it. And we had to beat that with a sledgehammer. We had to break it down. They call it breaking down the mold. They say, you got to break down some of the mold today. And they send you over there with the sledgehammer. And you go beat it, and you beat that rock. Cause sometimes you hit a piece of steel. And it's like really like the cartoons. It really has you like that. It's not a joke.
You damn serious.
I'm serious as fuck. You hit a piece of steel with that sledgehammer if you want it. It has your bones inside of you. Go like your bone them rock down straight up. I'm not lying, Storm. So that's the stuff they got you doing out there. And that ain't the worst of it though. The worst part with the Marines, they had you running. They make you run on the beach. There's a beach out there with a bunch of rocks on the side, like, and they let you run on that shit for like a certain like time. I don't know. We was running in that water with your boots and your socks on, running in that water, your boots wet, and make your feet get all goddamn groggy. Yo, that shit was the worst experience. That 30 days of my life felt like about 3 years. 30 days, felt like 3 years. Straight up. Longest 30 days of my life, man. It was like a hell of hell for real. So I was glad to get out of that situation and just totally move on from that. But that messed with my mind though. Although it made me physically strong, it messed with my head a little bit. And I had to overcome that. Even to this day, I'm still overcoming stuff from that, I think.
And you know what? Let me tell you this. A lot of people are so judgmental. And when they drive down the street and they see so many homeless veterans, they don't understand what you guys go through on the inside. And that's why when you come back out into regular society, it's not easy to get back into the swing of things. It's just not.
It was tough. It was tough even for me, because even for the little time, it's not like I even spent 20 years in there. I was only in there for that short time, 3-4 years, you know what I'm saying? With another little reserve time that was added on, but I didn't even do, I just cut off everything because I was so, up here was just like, nah, I didn't care.
Yeah.
They made me not care. Whatever was done to me along that time, I don't know, it's just like I couldn't add it up, and I just stopped caring.
Wow.
Yeah, I stopped caring for a long time. It took me actually getting with good people in my life to start caring about life again. Cause I was damn near, I ain't gonna say I'm suicidal, like I'm ready to kill myself, but I was on the edge like that. I could feel myself pulling that way at an early point because of the military. And that was that PTSD from jumping out in planes, the scare of my parachute wouldn't open, the scare of collapsing one time, somebody collapsing in my parachute. Somebody jumped into my parachute one time and mine collapsed. My parachute was gone, like I had no parachute, period. So I was getting ready to pull the reserve because of my main one collapsing. But dude was so attached to my parachute, he got caught up in the string. So I was hanging on to him and his parachute by his boots. So pretty much I caught a hold of him. And once I got him, I just climbed up on him. I climbed up on dude, like I was putting on his uniform, on his shirt, carried him like that. I climbed up and just got to his face. I got into his face. I was like, you remember the training? Because we were still in the air.
Yeah.
I was like, you remember the training, right? And you fall left, I fall right. Your left is my right. You know, you face each other. Your left is my right. You know what I mean? So I was like, if I'm falling this way, you falling that way. You know what I'm saying? Simple. We falling together the same way. We facing each other, we're going to go that way. You know what I'm saying? Or if the breeze, because we had to think of what we was doing at that time. We in the air and the breeze is blowing the parachute. So you still got to toggle. Toggle means you're going to pull yourself to where you need to be. Right? So we were toggling. And I said, toggle left. I was like, okay, boom. We were toggling. And he said, all right, the breeze caught us and moved us that way. I said, all right, we're going to land together that way. And man, it was the scariest. That to this day, I think that all that stuff messed with you over time.
Yeah, that's PTSD. That's PTSD because it was a near-death experience. That really was.
Yeah, man, and I never really put that out there like that to them. I don't know how the hell, what was wrong with me. I just didn't tell nobody that. I didn't care. It's like I was just so bred to be tough. They told me they made me so tough. I didn't care about. Once I got up off that ground, it's like I moved on with my life. Yeah. That's how I was, yo.
But that's because the military has to turn you into an animal. They have to.
I'm a monster. Yeah, I was a monster then. That's what it is. Because I'm thinking now, like, why I ain't said nothing? Why I never told nobody, like, I've been through that shit? I didn't even bring it up like it's a story. I just moved on from the shit. Like it didn't even like whatever. I just told it like a freaking.
But you were trained. There was nobody coddling your feelings. You didn't have time for that. You were in survival mode. Like that's it.
Exactly. Nobody cares about your feelings in those places. That's what it was. Nobody gives a damn. They're all in the rut. Everybody in the field. We all out there in a hole. We all out there with our shovels digging holes and stuff out there in the field in North Carolina. At Sicily drop zone and man on all these other drop zones in Fort Bragg. So I guess that's why we didn't care, because we were going through so much of that military stress. They put you out there 3 o'clock in the morning, get up, line up. You know, so that was that, you know what I mean? And like I said, it molded me to be kind of to a point where I didn't care for a while. So, but I got over that. The music and the love, the passion of the music and the passion of my people I love. You know, my brother Brian, big him up. Y'all gotta always big him up. He been there for me throughout my whole be after the military, knew something was wrong with me when I didn't know nothing was wrong with me. Like he knew. Because he was like, yo, you're too talented. Like what makes you feel like you shouldn't do this or go out there and do that? And I was kind of withdrawn one time because of that same experience. I was withdrawn, like I was like very quiet. Nobody even knew I did music. When I had freaking 20 songs, I still wasn't telling the world, like, you know, I was doing it on the low.
Which is also depression. It sounds like you went through a depression and where you had to literally, you had to get your humanity back. And so now that you're in a better place, you're working on your music, you're grinding. I think where I want to go now is just to ask you, are there any other things you want to tell the public about you, about what you do, just anything we haven't covered today?
Well, pretty much, hey man, I'm a lover of the people. I'm a lover of people. Like, I love all people. I don't love stupidity. If anybody ever comes across me or my post or who I am on the internet, they realize like I don't have any I don't practice prejudice or racism or other stuff that these other people practice. I'm born in Jamaica where we love and accept everybody. Jamaicans, we were taught here to just love and accept everyone, no matter your color, creed, who you are, Indian, white,
so
black,
anybody. So could I walk around in Jamaica and just kind of make myself at home?
Yeah. Because you could see everybody does it. People from Europe, people from everywhere right now here. Pakistan, people from India got stores here set up right now selling furniture. Nobody bothers them. And that's why I want the world to know, and it's good to tell people on your show, Jamaica is a very loving country. Loving country. Everybody here is very loving. But the stories you hear about the ghettos and the people killing are the worst crime capital or the worst crime place is because Jamaica is a small country. It's a very small country, and because it's so small, Jamaica could fit into Florida, I think, twice.
Okay.
Or more times, or maybe 5, 6 times. I'm not sure, but Jamaica is very small. It only holds what, 3 to 4 million people. So because Jamaica is so small, if 10 murders happen this week, it seems like a whole lot. It is a whole lot, but it's not that it's the worst place. It's that you got 10 gangsta-ass people out there. But right now they on some gangster murderous shit and they got caught up by their own people or the police. Then they get killed. You hear about it. They make it look like we're the worst country in the world because the news is out there that 10 murderers got killed or 10 drug dealers got caught or 5 people got, and that's the reason why they're labeling Jamaica like one of but it's not the worst. It's one of the best places. People don't bother people here. In America has way more crime than Jamaica. Way more. Way more
America got way more crime, way more racism,
way more kidnapping, way more everything because there's a bunch of crazy people there. Yes. Lots of crazy people are there in America. You know what I'm talking about. You got the KKK, you got straight white supremacists, you got people who say they Illuminati, you got Satanists straight up walking around talking about praise Satan. These people are crazy. What the people saying that in public in America like it ain't nothing. I'm seeing videos daily. These dudes are out there in America all over, and these people believe in blood rituals and all these type of they got owls and stuff that they worship, the Baphomet owl, all this craziness. Think about it. Think about all the stuff they got going on over there that they're trying to project to the world. Matter of fact, let me be honest about this right now. A lot of the murder and wickedness that's happening in the islands and Jamaica is coming from overseas. European mentality, misconception, tricking the black people's mind through Hollywood media, Hollywood radio, Hollywood TV and radio. That's what got these kids in Jamaica murdering too and acting like they're following America. Don't get it twisted. America has the strongest connection to the world as far as their media. America. And I'm not blaming America. And I'm not blaming Americans. Talking about what America is. America is the new Babylon.
Ladies, treat Gianni. All natural herbs for a fresher, tighter, cleaner, healthier Yanni. This is the Yanni bowl. Here are the herbs. These are natural herbs. You know, a little steamy down there, but you know, it's perks to it. Keep everything right and tight. I'm going to Yanni steam. If you haven't heard about it, definitely got to research it. It has wonderful, wonderful benefits. So ladies, try her out.
The new Sodom and Gomorrah. As we can see that they promote so much. Didn't you say that the other day? I heard you say that in a video. I heard you say, I was watching one of your videos, you said, Sodom, this is new. Man, that's why you probably listening to me like, yo. But I told you I watched all your videos, bro. I told you. Man, you were just talking about that. America is, see what they promote in the music industry. I'm not knocking none of them because I understand black people's hunger and the fact they will do anything to survive. Some of them, I'm not wearing that skirt. I'm not wearing that dress. Not me. You can't give me that dress to make. You can't give me $2 million. I said, G-Terra, you got to wear this dress. And I give you this $2 million. It's like Dave Chappelle said the other day. They gave him, there was a pile of money. He had a pile of money. Like he seen the pile and they were like, Dave, that's yours. Go take it. But as soon as he went over there to take it, guess what they did? Somebody came and just whoop and just dropped the dick on top of the 50 million. Yeah, that's why he ran Africa. He said, nah, he ain't having that shit. Something funny happened. You probably don't want to tell the full story, but that when he said that, it was funny. So I'm just saying, kind of cutting off of that to say, yeah, I'm not with the Boule, the Baphomet stuff. You can't give me no deal or bring me not to the director's chair and make me do what you want me to do. You know, like what you want me to do. Because you got the directors giving me these millions and telling me, oh yeah, go ahead and do this, G. Stand up in front of this statue, G. This devil statue, yeah. Carry this cross upside down, G. Here you go. Carry this cross upside down on fire and drag it. That's the stuff they do. You see it all the time in their videos. Trippy Red and all of them getting real demonic. What the hell is that all about?
Souls are gone, but man, their souls are already gone. It's sad to see, but there's people that listen to that and they follow that to a T. It's really bad.
Rough.
It's really
trash, bro. Rough. Trash. I don't mess with none of like that stuff. Don't make sense to me. It just does. None of it does. I feel like they're all selling out without even knowing they're selling out. Because I'm pretty sure that them young kids don't know nothing about that stuff. You know where it's come from? I think it's a flip, bro. I think it's a flip. We got flipped, yo. And black people are not looking at that because they're not going back to study their culture from the 80s and 90s. Look in the 90s, UNITY, fight the power. Early 90s, 80s, late 80s, whatever. Right? Who was that? That was Public Enemy.
Yes.
Fight the power. Back then, black people were conscious on some old Black Panther shit. Everybody was kind of on that unity mentality to come together and empower black people, right? That was the message and that was the mind frame at the time. I think what happened was the industry seeing the power of hip hop. And they were like, you know what? We're gonna flip it on them. What we're gonna do is we're gonna give them our bull crap and take their shit.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna make the real shit that they have disappear totally and give them some fake ass shit to run with. Give them a whole brand new fake ass, and that's when the gangster rap was born. Right after the gangster rap era came the bling era. Ching ching, bling bling, everybody talking about vanity, materialism. All right, watch how they flip the game on us. Watch this. They took the cultural artists that speak truth out of the game. They wiped them out. They made sure they don't sign nobody. Kendrick Lamar is the last one I think they signed to have any type of thought pattern in his rap. that makes you think, rap about anything, period. I think they did that. They signed him because they needed at least one in there, maybe. They realized they can't go without it. They know we're going to pick up on it if they don't do it. That's why they do it. That's how, this is my opinion now. I'm not saying it. Anybody could think, well, I ain't trying to direct nobody. I never try to control people's minds. So I just say this is for me, what I'm thinking. Now, I think they took their time to wipe out and make sure that the grown men who have any knowledge of life are not in the industry. That's why they only sign 15, 16, 17-year-olds to control and teach them more fuckery so they could promote the fuckery. Yes. So now the grown people who listen to these little kids are getting dumbed down too. So now we got 30-year-olds running here talking about, hey man, grown ass 30, 40-year-old. Yeah. I'm telling you, prison life is what they're setting up. That's really what's going on in the background of it too. All day long. They're heavily invested in prison too. Let's also touch on that. I know you know, right? They're heavily invested in prisons. So what happens is they make sure to control the minds of the youth and tell them to rap about all this garbage, guns, murder of black people. Notice they ain't never saying shoot nobody else but their own self. These kids are always shooting each other. They're always shooting each other. When they shoot each other, where they end up, one in prison, one dead. So it's a prison investment too. And you know what I'm saying, all of that mix up with the woman, they take the boys and they make the boys prisoners and captives. It's a slave thing. I think that music industry is a slave ship, yo. It's a slave ship. I'm just now putting it together on your show. Because the women are thought culture. Because they got the woman invested in thought culture. Remember, like I gotta say this, yo, Storm. I gotta say this. Just the other day, I said, hold on. What the hell is slut shaming? A slut is supposed to be ashamed. Like if you slutting out yourself, shawty, you're supposed to be ashamed. So there's no such thing as slut shaming. You're already making yourself shameful by being a slut. Because what you're doing is you're going around slutting out for everybody, and then you're catching these diseases, tearing down your body. You're destroying your own vagina. You're destroying your own. You're gonna have kids one day that want to look up to you and look at you as a queen mother. And you're destroying that before you get there. And that's what the problem with a lot of these. And then the whole industry got they got the gay mafia. We mentioned that. So it's one.
Yeah, let's talk about this. Who do you? I know 3 people that are the head of the gay mafia. Who do you think?
You tell me. I don't know shit about it. Tell me them 3 people. I'll tell you if I suspect their ass.
Okay. One is
pick up the Jaguar, right? Before you say this, big up the Jaguar. I watched that. That was my favorite video you made. That was crazy. Salute. Jaguar is crazy. She's wow, son. And you know what, man? I love that sister. I don't know what's wrong with the people that's judging her. They probably don't know half of what she's been through. So I ain't gonna even say nothing more on that. I'm gonna let you go ahead and tell me the 3. I was trying to spare them a little time before they die right now. Go ahead,
bro. One makes movies and dresses up in a dress.
Oh, one makes movies and dresses up in a lot of dresses. He been doing this since the 90s, don't it?
Another one was another one. It worked very closely with Jussie Smollett. The show. Think of the show Empire.
Yeah, works very closely with Jussie Smollett.
The other one, we know her from daytime TV, NBC. Best friends with Gail.
Wow. So you trying to tell me that these are the 3 people in control of it, and they're 3 black people?
For black people, they're in control of. For black people.
4?
Yeah, no, 4. Like it's kind of like black people initiate the black people in. Now with the white, is it that goes way deeper, but I know at least those 3. I'm gonna leave that there though. I ain't gonna leave
it. Man, I thought you was about to say the name, like, but you destroyed it. Like that's crazy. They probably get destroyed if you do that. But yeah, man, they threw conscious rap out of the game. They definitely try to throw out the conscious music, and they try to instill this bullcrap in there, and that's how they're controlling the minds of the youth right now. Mind control going on in that industry. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? It's all mind control. Trust me. And that's why I say it's a slave ship. I'm getting open-minded to watching you, to see that, because watching you is confirming a lot of what I already been on. It's just it's so much confirmation, because a lot of people don't want to talk about it. They really rather get caught up in the shit and just run with it. I think they rather to run with it. You know what I mean? So
I think so. Well, I'm gonna tell you this. I think we covered a lot of good points, man. I want to thank you for coming on the show. And heading out here, I want you to tell us once again, where can we find your music, G-Terra?
Well, definitely you can find me everywhere, man, all over social media, definitely on all your favorite music stores. It's G-Terra, G-Terra. Streaming on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Tidal, iHeartRadio. Damn, it's not so much of them. They've got so much of those places. I'm on everyone. Amazon, MP3, Amazon. I'm on all of the music stores. I distribute myself. So nice. I've got the plugs. I know where to do it, and I've been learning the business over the time. You know what I say? And all this stuff is just, I've been doing this a long time, so I know how to distribute. I'm very familiar with the game, and you can find me everywhere. Definitely follow me on Facebook. Please subscribe on YouTube, because I also want to mention this. There's a lot of things I'm forgetting to talk to you about that's very important that I wanted to mention to you. YouTube in Jamaica doesn't work like it works in America. And I gotta let everybody know that. We need a lot of support in Jamaica. I don't know, because what happens is I'm monetized on YouTube, but guess they're not, I don't have the benefits you have. I don't have the benefits that are in America. I can't get the chat, the plugs, like the donations through the chat. I can't get the streaming, not certain, I could stream, but there's just certain things that's just not available because we're here. Same thing with Facebook. They monetized me the other day on Facebook, and then they took it back because they said, "Oh, you're not in America." Oh. And they told me that on Facebook, and I was like, "Oh, it's not available for you where you're at in Jamaica." That's what they said. So that kind of amazed me. And what I'm trying to tell the public and tell you is that I don't know if it's because we're a black country, they don't make us accessible to these things, because they do not like giving too much to the nation, to our nation. They don't want to give certain things to us. We got how is it we could have the channel, we could have everything, we could upload all day, we could do the same things, but we don't have these small abilities and things that help us build. We're trying to earn out here. Right now, this virus they say is killing people, nobody can work, but they still won't open the door, and we still getting these bills every month. Notice that the bills didn't stop coming regardless of the fact people ain't working. They ain't cut the bills in half. Nope, we're dealing with trillionaires, billionaires. All of these people that collect our bills are billionaires and trillionaires. So we're dealing, this is a vampire system. It is, we're in a vampire system. I've got to be honest with you. And I'm looking over here at the notes. Hold on 1 second. I had to touch on Bill Gates. I had to touch my notes real quick. Oh, okay. Before I go, yeah, if you don't mind.
Go for it.
I had to touch on Bill Gates coming to Jamaica, and the fact that the COVID thing wasn't bad here at all. It was really cool here. Like it was like nobody cared about it here. The COVID thing, like it was so regular here, right? There was nothing much going on about it. It was just chill. The numbers was there, but it was so small. It was like no COVID in Jamaica. Everybody was saying like, yo, that shit ain't real in Jamaica, right? Everybody coming to Jamaica. People are flying down, leaving places, coming here. They're escaping, basically. Right. And then like about a couple months after, guess what happened? Bill Gates came here. For what the fuck? I don't know why Bill Gates came here. Bill Gates came here, and then all of a sudden, you hear about a week later, as soon as he leaves, they said 2,000 people got it. I just wanted to bring that up. I ain't going nowhere with it. I ain't saying Bill brought nothing here. I'm just saying something is funny when these guys travel. When they travel to your place, it seems like they leave some stigma behind. You know what I'm saying? So
that's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention that. What you think about that, though?
I think that as a part of their depopulation agenda, we are going to be attacked the most, and especially in third world countries where it's us. They're going to experiment. They're going to spread stuff like it's sad, but I'm not surprised.
But you know what's funny? That's the vaccine, man.
Right.
And I want to ask you this also. This is what I'm trying to make sense of. how did you move from being the micro man? Oh, maybe it goes together. How did you go from being the computer man to being the vaccine man? Something is up. Like, how did you get involved with medicine? When did you become a doctor and know what the vaccine people need?
Because he's not a doctor. He's not a doctor.
Why is this dude going all over Africa, giving out vaccines to African kids, causing problems? I heard they're trying to sue. I heard they're trying to get him in some other country. That's what I heard. I heard they're actually telling him not to come to their country. Yeah. Like, really don't come over here because of what he already did. So I'm very suspect of all this stuff. Like I say, I can't cast any blame or judgment, because when you don't know, you can't just point the finger and say, you know. But for entertainment purposes, we asking these questions so the people could be like, yo, what's up with that? This dude come to Jamaica and then 2,000 people got it. Maybe he's trying to damn enforce this microchip world, and that's why they're traveling so much. Vaccines and microchips. But microchips and vaccines.
Keep this in mind too. When it comes to Africa, Africa is the last part of the world that needs to be conquered before they can have full world domination. Now, yes, I know it's colonized, this, that, and the third, but if you notice, you got the Chinese that have now bought up a lot of Africa. Once Africa ain't black no more, that's it.
So that's what the Chinese is doing. They are part of the whole shit too, you know. They sneaky.
That's why everybody's moving to Africa. Like around the world, Europeans, Asians, they're moving to Africa.
Right.
They're developing different parts of Africa. They convince African Americans to not ever even want to go over there. But I'm telling you, that motherland is the last piece of the puzzle. Once they conquer that and bring it to a first world status, then they can set in motion everything they need to do.
Wow, I just learned something there. See, because I know I can't. Yo, that's crazy. No, I wonder, because they in Ghana, the Chinese, they in Ghana, they in Kenya, they all over the place over there, buying up this and giving out big $10 billion to the government over there. So you know they're buying the government. Pretty much, they're buying the government.
And it's slavery. But it's slavery. How can you ever pay $10 billion back?
Yo, they did it here too. Don't get it twisted. They came to Jamaica and built all the bridges and roads here recently in Kingston.
There you go.
And brought equipment down too from China. I'm talking about big bulldozers. Everything came from China to do on ships. They shipped over everything here and built roads and all this and make crazy stuff. So you know, it's all, you kind of owe my mind up to that now. That's what's going on. They're playing a part of that new world order agenda. That's the new world order agenda.
And Africa's the last piece. So yeah,
the last Mohican don't like it. You know, he doesn't like it. Me want me land. Ooh, give me land back. My land. He. Last Mohican. That's us right there. Say way to, you know, African, Indian. You didn't realize Musa only got the throne from another one of his brothers that was actually ready to travel the world. Oh. That's how he got. Yeah, you gotta look into that. I gotta get that story to send to you. I'll send it to you soon so you could speak on it in the future. You know what I mean? But it's pretty much Mansa. Yeah, with the richest man in Ghana. Yep. Let me plug up this joint. So pretty much you see that we were the first. He was traveling since this dude the first dude in America, man. They came to America since the 13, so like way back. If you look at the timeline, thousands of years, like thousands of back, came to America way before Christopher Columbus time ever existed. So you already know this. I'm pretty sure you already know. That's why the heads are all over Africa, America, and Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really deep. So the New World Order agenda, the depopulation agenda, we touched on those topics. I wanted to cover those with you. I'll let you know it's in place, and that's the reason why these people are always pressing on black people. And a Rasta man said that to me, that these Freemason people, they got their stones all over America, showing that they got them in North Carolina, Georgia. They got these little showing that who controls the country. That's why all those little.
They have them in schools. They have them in schools. You know, the American school system is Freemasonic. You get a degree, you walk across the stage. That's a ritual. With every degree, you learn things that you didn't know before. It's the same thing.
Right. That's crazy. Degree this, degree that.
Even even the act of moving your tassel from, I don't know if it's west to east or east to west. That's also another practice that they do. We've all been indoctrinated. So
wow. So you see that? I'm glad you said that. I was saying that to somebody earlier. The indoctrination is serious. We got to be careful what we put our focus on, because a lot you can see. See, I deal with the truth more, so I don't need to speak about the lies, because I know they're foolishness and they're trying to control everybody's mind to seem like they're powerful. But let me tell the truth before I go. They're not powerful. We are powerful. That's why they're trying to hide us from us. They want us to speak about them all the time. They want us to give them all the attention, but they should get none attention. And I want to remember to mention to you that we need to give the attention to us, our people, and our new designs and your independence and what you build in yourself. That's what need the attention. Because these people, they spend over 100 years now, 200, 300, 400. Man, they spent their whole thing is built up around them and making them wealthy and powerful. They don't give a damn about us. They don't give a damn about none of our people, our independence, us being owners, us having our rights and being a nation that's unified and powerful. So the fact that they don't care about that, they always want us to be focused on them. That's why they got this TV in our face every day and this radio playing in our ear every day, so we listen to their shit and watch their shit. And what they're doing is they're never going to come down off their pedestal and give us anything. No matter how we cry for reparations and we cry for benefits and our people to be people recognized as a nation, they're never going to come and give us that, because you know what? Their whole system is designed to keep us down and to keep us from actually building with each other and unifying. They want us to be segregated. They want us, I told you about that. That's why they got Baptist, Pentecostal, Seventh-day Adventist, Catholic, Roman, this, that, Jehovah's Witness. They got 15,000 different churches to separate people into 15,000 different mentalities, so that we all think like we're different from the other man, even though everybody take a shit. Everybody got to wipe their ass. Everybody got to brush their teeth if they don't want to rotten out their head. Everybody got to wash their face if they don't want dirt to cake up on your damn face. We all are individually damn near the same type of people, regardless of how we think we're different, because of the philosophies that they fed us. All these church, different, this, different, that. That's how they got us separated. That's how they got people who will look at you funny because you don't believe in their bullcrap. And they refuse to realize that you're actually right. You don't have to believe in their bullcrap. You don't owe them anything to go believe in their bullcrap. Yeah. Like Michael Jackson said, they don't really care about us. See, Michael Jackson knew for real that they didn't care.
He did. You know, he knew for real.
And they killed him. They killed him, and then they made him look like a freaking. No, this is just my opinion. A lot of people still trick and believe whatever they want to believe. But you got to remember, you're dealing with an evil empire. Like, they tell you who they are. They're an evil empire. They don't care. That's why they got all these horror movies. You think those horror movies are there for no reason? They're trying to indoctrinate you with horror movies to make you love gory, bloody stuff. So you accept murder, you accept the pillaging of the people. So when you start seeing it, you're already desensitized. That's why when these black boys are getting murdered in the streets by police, most of the people can sit back and be like, well, damn, they killed another one, boy. And they won't never get up and get out there and really put the real fight together, because they're so used to seeing murder on their screen and blood and gore. They're desensitized. So if somebody gets killed outside right now in the streets, they go out there and it's the same shit. They march for a day or two, and they sing a song. But nobody wants to do any real action to change that stuff. Because they're caught up in Hollywood. Hollywood is the biggest weapon that they have. Did you know that? Hollywood.
No, definitely.
Look at everybody the other day. Look at everybody the other day. Black Panther came out. Our people went crazy. Oh my God, Wakanda. And they're running. These black people didn't even care about Africa before till they see that. Some of these didn't even give a damn about wearing an African dress. They didn't even care about Uganda, Ghana, Kenya, South Africa, that's been overrun by these people who trying to claim like they're South African now. They ain't even from there. Because the same thing you just talked about earlier, how they're trying to take our shit by moving in. South Africa is the first example of that.
Yeah. No, it is. It is. And I tell you this, all I want people to do is to keep an open mind and just to think. That's it.
I love that about you, bro. Respect. I feel like you're my family member.
Everybody says that, man. Everybody says that. And look, man, I'm telling you, I just call it how I see it, man. But look, man, I want to thank you. I'm about to go eat.
I'm gonna do a freestyle before I go. I want the people in to hear one freestyle from me. I'll let you know I really do this music. I'm not just a studio artist. I'm gonna let y'all hear this one dope indie freestyle. I'm just bust something on y'all, you know what I mean? Say, me I make it in a life where you know now. Couldn't with them one hold down. Oh, push to the ground, low down, figure bow. But we end up with a gold crown anyhow. Now some sell soul for the penny down. Make man switch now soul or anyhow. The one split to the head, gotta let it blow. Empress give me kiss that she let me know that she ready for sex and a blood. The best medical. Head a rest for my chest in the morning. Wait till the sunrise. Guess what I want? She have to go work, so me squeeze up my breast and I'm gone. Get me a next set of lungs. More ganja in my head, cause me can't get enough. No fist in a cuff. We no walk down Demon Street. Now me no bother no police and thief. No herb man finna Jesus peace. Figure hide in a place where the secret keep. No, hate in my heart. There's a place in my heart full of love, love. And then I go hardcore too, people. Don't believe I'm just like that. Me say you want fussy, come and get a try. Bullet a fly, make a guy see the eagle eye. You get a slice something wide and a piece of pie. You will see cow fly before me speak a lie. Cup of fussy go walk up here for people die. And thicker than the plastic when the freak a buy. Kicking a face, thumping a mouth, teeth a fly. Breath you a waist talking about beef would I. Dan da tapa shot, I got a lot of guns. Ratatata done the matter, you think say that a fun. Bad man a bossy chopper when you see the kappa run. Ripapa pum, ripapa pum. Then we come and take your life, be a proper sum. Oh mama son, a lot of make you drop a gram. Before you're dead, I better you give up a bag of funds. I see the squad like a walker flocker come. Squad up, big up, stormmonroe. Respect and love, consciousness and love to the world people out there. It's done deal. You need to chill. Big up everybody out there. Respect and love to the family.
Are you struggling with hair growth issues? Or are you ready to finally be able to actually put your hair in a real ponytail and not that little knob? Have you found that beauty supply products leave your hair dry, flat, useless, and dull? And are you ready for a change? And if you are, you need to try some MOOMOO grease. This product was created for us. And nothing will change about your hair if you don't change your regimen. This product can be used in old people, young people, it doesn't matter. The products are 100% vegan and all of the information for MOOMOO grease is down in the description box below.
It's Storm Show. Ay, it's Storm Show.